Good morning, Cowboy Jim, Fort McMurray, Alberta, Canada. Hey, I'm Irish. I can be a little delusional and try to think that maybe someone outside of Alberta might be watching my YouTube stuff. I turned on my second TV, and now mine came with the apartment, and kind of watching Fox News off on the side. I shared everything in the last video that I had within me. Okay, nothing left. And that's a good thing, because if there's nothing of yourself left, there's nothing of yourself that can get in the way of doing what the Creator has called you to do. I just picked up a tiny tidbit there from a conservative down in the States whom I hold in no respect to speak of, because I've seen him waffle on so many things that I thought, you gotta be kidding. I saw that man hold support back from Donald Trump when Donald Trump was trying to save the world. And that sounds melodramatic, except if you don't realize that the only reason why Putin didn't invade the Ukraine when Donald Trump was in power was because he didn't know what Donald would do. No one else did. I kind of figured I had a handle on that. He'd do anything he wanted to do in the hope that it would save the United States of America and North America. And people say, well, Bill Maher, never held him in any respect. I'll guarantee you that, until just very recently. And even the comedians in the States are, apparently Bill Maher's a comedian. I never watched him anyway, so I wouldn't have a clue. And but he said, he posed this question the other night. I saw it on Fox News. What else do you watch? What, CBC? Not bloody likely. CTV, that Solomon guy, I'd watch him. Very few others. But Bill Maher said, see, the Democrats in the States were talking about Russia. They tried to impeach Trump. They tried everything in their lying, deceitful repertoire of evil to ruin the United States of America. And they said that Putin had gotten Donald Trump elected. Well, Bill Maher, in his wisdom, which I didn't know he encompassed or held on to very much, but apparently he does, and I was shocked. He said if Russia were so friendly with Donald Trump that they would help him get elected, which they didn't, they actually helped everyone else in the Democratic Party to hate Trump. It didn't take much. They were jealous of him. But Bill Maher said, why didn't Putin move into Russia when Trump was in power? If Russia supported him, if Russia had tried to get Donald Trump elected, if Russia were in favor of a Republican president. Well, that's just processed hate. I mean, Russia, they were afraid of Donald Trump. And well, they should have been afraid of Donald Trump, because Donald Trump, he is there to save the world. And he was. And he is. I don't see much hope right now other than in God, the Creator, and His Son. That's fact. I've spoken about Battle of Armageddon Soviet Russia, China sending 200 million soldiers across the Euphrates to fight against Israel. Now we have Iran, and we have a stupid person in power. His name is Joe Biden down there. One not much brighter is Justin Trudeau up here. And only way I'm going to stay on YouTube is if I try to be nice. But it's very hard to be nice when you're surrounded by political people who forgot who elected them. And when they have an agenda that's their own, has nothing to do with the people, like the Ukrainian people or the Canadian people or the people in the United States of America. But Russia is now threatening to scuttle the deal with Iran. Well, hot damn, children, that's the best thing he could do. I mean, the worst thing that the Democrats could do down in the States, whether it was Obama, I haven't mentioned him too much, but like Joe Biden, Obama wasn't stupid. Nancy Pelosi, one lady I met one time, she described Nancy Pelosi as just appearing to be evil. Well, sometimes a person's heart will manifest itself in their appearance. I truly believe that Nancy Pelosi, I don't judge her, I really just look at what she's done and say, that is one evil female dog. Because Obama, Biden, Pelosi, Lying Schiff, Adam Schiff. I know of only 3 people in the Democratic Party down in the state cinema, Joe Manchin and Tulsi, oh geez, whatever. The name's gone. He'd have come back about 2 sentences down the road. And the rest are intent, no matter the cost, of furthering their agenda. The new Green Deal. Oh, solar. Oh, the planet's getting hot. Well, it's going to get a hell of a lot hotter, children, let me tell you. It is. And Iran, they are going to fight against Israel. Iranian people, they hate Israel. But they call the United States of America the Great Satan. And I said yesterday they should call the Democratic Party the Great Party of Satan. Because the direction that they are wanting to take us in has nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with their will, their wishes, their intent, their game plan. They're evil. The liberals up here aren't that much different, if they're different at all. I don't think they are. But anyways, I'm kind of glad that I got my tears working this morning. Problem is, that shutoff valve, I don't know where it is. I believe tears are a reflection of one's ability to act out the role they're playing. And to be an actor, you just have to believe in the lie of your role, that you become the fulfillment of that role. That's kind of what's going on in the earth right now. NATO leadership pretended that they had helped the Ukraine out. That conservative that was speaking, Graham, I think, Lindsey Graham, he always says, Good thing about a politician, I'll tell you, throw them in a vat of processed hay and water, and they'll surface. Too bad, and they'll pretend. That's too bad because people sometimes believe them, and and the United States of America, they have fulfilled, not the people, not Donald Trump, not Stephen Harper up here, but they have fulfilled the intent of the Democratic Party. That means to pretend to help, but all the while doing like as Biden did, everything he could to encourage Putin to attack the Ukraine. I don't like Putin. I don't know him. I was really glad that the judo institution of the world, whatever it's called, never did much for me except teach me how to fight and how to honor and respect. And, well, maybe they taught me quite a bit. But when they removed Putin's honorary black belt and all that sort of stuff, when I was a kid, it took 2 or 3 years of steady work to gain a belt, a degree in judo, because they weren't handed out. You couldn't buy them. Nowadays, a person will start judo and 3 months later he's already a green belt. That took me 4 or 5 years, 4 years. Blue was further. I worked 3 years to become a brown belt, and I didn't make it because I ran out of steam. But when we look at the world and we look at Putin and we consider the number of children that are laying dead in the streets of the Ukraine, U.S., Canadians, and Americans, there could be a couple of Americans watching. I think Hannity almost watches because I might say something about 2 days or a day before he says it, and he believes it, and I believe it. We're in deep stuff, children. You're quite possibly going to have the hell scared out of you, and that'd be a good thing. Because there's no hope in hell. There is in God and in His Son. I don't give a rat's ass if you don't like my belief systems. They're mine. You don't have to watch my crap. But if you do, you will find that I am the most positive person in the world when it comes time to say, trust in God, the Creator, His Son. Therein is only hope, as there is no hope in hell, but there is in eternity. While yet you're breathing, you can humble yourself and pray. So what's going to happen? Who knows? Except the final scene on earth as we know it, prior to the millennial reign, that's 1,000 years of peace. And then there will be another satanic uprising after that. It won't last long. Satan and his minions, they don't have a hope in hell. They just don't know it. But God created them in order to give you and I a choice to believe in hope. And while yet there's breath in you, you can choose whom you're going to serve, God or Mammon. Mammon is a thing, it's evil. Okay, simple. Or you choose the Creator and His Son who suffered, bled, and died on the cross for you. What's coming? Hell is coming. Hell on earth. You think the Ukrainian people deserved what Putin gave them? No, not a chance. You think Xi Jinping is not going to invade Taiwan? I listened last Friday night to a fellow who was saying his mother-in-law was headed for Taiwan to have a surgery done. I thought, oh, that's bad timing, children. because we don't know when Xi Jinping is going to pull the trigger on Taiwan, but we do know there's no one in the United States of America in leadership who will stop him, because the leadership of the United States of America, Democratic Party, and too many bloody conservatives, Republicans, have been bought off by China. China's already done more to take over the world than Putin has, but China's watching Putin. And he's not just watching Putin, he's watching Biden, the Democrats. He's watching the pussies in NATO. Zelensky. Hot damn. Now there's a man. That is a man. Biden offered him a free trip out of the country. Zelensky said, leave? I'm not leaving. Send us ammunition. Oh, Biden and the pretenders, they said, sure, yeah, too little, too late. But Zelensky's going to hang in there, eh? But the children and the people of the Ukraine will further die. But what is their alternative? There is no alternative. You fight for freedom or you just shut up. If you're not willing to put your life on the line for something that's bigger than you, well, you shouldn't talk. You shouldn't. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against powers and principalities in high places. We wrestle against, I don't like wrestling. I like judo. I like throwing a punch. I don't do it often. Hardly at all. Don't need to. People go out of their way to avoid having me look at them like this, because I'm alive, but I don't give a rat's ass if I'm dead in 22.5 minutes. I could care less, because I know where I'm going to spend eternity. So you people, you are breathing. Therein is hope, and your only hope is to humble yourself and pray. People say, well, we don't want the Third World War to, well, you dummies, it's already started. It's just not been officially declared. Think of what Putin has said. One of my better friends, his name is Vlad, for Vladimir. I met him some time ago. Took 2 minutes and he and I were talking about God. He's a fighter. Oh, dear Lord. I know fighters, eh? I know that look in their eyes. It's kind of like it says, I'll be nice to you, but you stay off my toes. You don't get too close to me, because you'll hurt. Not all people who are Russian are wrong. Russian people, Ukrainian people, the people of Europe, the people of North America, the people of China, the leadership doesn't ask them what the people would like the leadership to do. The leadership, they lead wherever the hell they want to fulfill their own desires. That's why politicians are so corrupt, because they don't answer to anyone, not God, not anyone. There are a few, not many. So anyways, it's getting too far going here on my thing. I'm going to quit this. God bless. Don't you dare despair. You get down on your knees and you ask God to forgive you, and you pray for the people of the Ukraine, and pray for the rest of us humans on earth who are getting ready to see hell. You don't have to live there. You don't have to stay there. You don't have to be a part of it. You can very well humble yourself and pray, and you should listen. You should. God bless. Amen.